Hello everybody and welcome to the pre-release build for Civilization 6 Gathering Storm. That's right, this is a pre-release build. 2K actually gave me the expansion early to play and show you guys, and I'm actually quite excited about this one because it adds climate change. Climate change, I've actually been wanting in a Civilization game for quite some time. Civ 4, I believe, actually had a little bit of that with sea levels rising and stuff like that. That was actually pretty cool. But I've actually wanted a full-scale kind of disaster system, and that's exactly what we got in Gathering Storm. Now, I will note that if you guys want to skip to the gameplay, I'm not going to be talking for too long on this menu screen, but if you want to skip, you can skip to the timestamp that's at the top of the screen right now, and that'll take you directly to the game. A couple more features that Gathering Storm adds are changes to diplomacy, diplomatic victory, as well as the World Congress, which is sorely missed from Civilization 5. There are a couple of other things that we will get to in time. There are, I think, 8 or 9 new leaders? I'm not sure about the number, but they've released pretty much all of the leaders so far. In fact, they just released one yesterday, the day before, which is a dual leader for 2 separate countries. And I'm actually not allowed to talk about that leader because it's under embargo still, even though they've already announced that leader. But regardless, right, so we're going to be playing as Sweden. Now, this is going to be like a mini-series. I'm not going to do a full-fledged series on this just yet. I'm going to wait till the game actually finally comes out. Yeah, so we're playing as Sweden. Sweden is poised to take up the diplomatic victory. I'm not sure how far I'll get because I'm going to play on kind of like crazy settings for disaster, just to kind of show you guys what this game can, in fact, bring to the table with these new mechanics. And yeah, so I'm going to stop talking and let's get into the game. All right, so we're going to be choosing Christina, leader of Sweden. So there's a couple of different bonuses here that we'll talk about a little bit later. We are going to be playing on a lower difficulty, just because I'm not actually planning on trying to win this game. I just want to kind of showcase a lot of like the climate change mechanics. So we're actually going to go ahead and do a standard size map. Continents, that's fine. Game speed is actually going to be quick. We want to get up to the later eras as soon as possible to try to, you know, kind of change the environment and the global temperature, which is pretty cool. So difficulty is going to stay like that because I don't really want necessarily a challenge. The challenge will be disaster intensity, which we are going to bump up to 4. And on a setting of 4, volcanoes do a lot more damage, and it's more frequent to have storms and floods and stuff like that. So it's actually going to be very, very hectic once we get into the global warming-esque side of climate change. Okay, so we will be playing with all of the currently announced leaders for Gathering Storm. Now, again, it doesn't include the one that was announced recently, but again, for some reason that's still under embargo, and I'm not sure if that's going to, you know, break anything, so I'm just going to stay clear of that. So we have Dido of Phoenicia, Coupe of the Mari, which I'm actually very, very excited about, Mansa Musa of the Mali, Matthias Corvinus of Hungary, Pachacuti of the Inca, Suleiman of the Ottomans, and Wilfrid Laurier of Canada, which is very, very cool that Canada has finally made it into a Civilization game. Alright, and all these settings seem to be okay. Let's see. We will do World Age. We'll do a little bit of an older one, so we have more mountains and volcanoes and just a lot of fun stuff there. We're going to turn off Score Victory because I don't like it. Diplomatic Victory is on, and I will try to go for that, if any. But again, we're just going to kind of see how this game goes and see how crazy it gets with all the disasters. So without further ado, let's jump into the game and play.
From the first stirrings of life beneath water, to the great beasts of the Stone Age, to man taking his first upright steps, you have come far. Now begins your greatest quest, from this early cradle of civilization on towards the stars. Minerva of the North, unmatched in learning and wisdom, you chose a life of culture over that of power. Light up your kingdom with art and music. Let Sweden be the guiding star for other civilizations to follow. Once more, the world has a need for great patrons of the arts and culture, and it looks to you.
All right, so here we are with the Swedish Empire and Christina leading it. So we have Minerva of the North, which I believe is her ability, which gives buildings with at least 3 great work slots and wonders with at least 2 great work slots are automatically themed once we've filled those great work slots. She may also construct the Queen's Biblioteca. Biblioteca. The Queen's Library, I think. I mean, that would make sense. The Queen's Library, or whatever it is, in the Government Plaza. So, there's that. Nobel Prize, which I believe is just the Swedish national ability, which is that Sweden gains 50 diplomatic favors, and we'll talk about those as we get into the game, when earning a great person. Sweden receives +1 great engineer points from each factory, and +1 great scientist points from each university. Having Sweden in the game also adds 3 unique World Congress competitions in the Industrial Era. So we'll get to experience those once we get into the Industrial Era and with the World Congress. But yeah, so those are all the abilities for Sweden and Christina. Now, we also have Karelians, which are... I'm not entirely sure. I'm going to have to go into the Civilopedia and read those back to you, because I'm not... I should have read these on the main screen. And then we have the Queen's Library and an open-air museum, which is... It actually sounds pretty cool, but it should be like a unique improvement for the map. And, of course, we have this little notification. Yep, World Congress. We will talk about all of these things. I guess we can talk about the diplomatic favors a little bit briefly right here. So favors are the new resource for diplomacy. Basically, you collect these favors. You can actually offer trades with your diplomatic favors, as well as tell them not to settle near you, as well as collect them for World Congress resolutions and stuff like that. So diplomatic favor is something that you're going to need to collect if you want a more peaceful or diplomatic world. Now, on the opposite side of this, there are grievances. Grievances replace warmongering, and basically, you collect grievances with an individual empire, and you also are judged by your own grievances with other empires. So, if you have a huge amount of grievances with a certain empire, and you declare war on them and take their city, people will notice your grievances with that civilization, so it'll be less of a penalty with other nations, because it's kind of like, yeah, this is kind of bad, but you do have the justification for taking this city, kind of thing. So it's actually really cool, and we'll talk about that more as time goes on. I'm not really good at explaining things as an overview. I'm more of a... I can show you. You know what I mean? All right, so other than that, we have the diplomatic victory. Yep. We have, grievances. I just talked about that. Natural disasters, which is very, very exciting. Volcanoes, geothermal fissures. Strategic resources have been changed as well. Power has been added to the game, and some buildings actually require power later on, so you're going to have to grab these strategic resources that actually are for power, and so on and so forth. We will talk about that as the time comes. It is a little early for power. We are in the ancient era. And then, of course, we have our climate model, which I'll showcase in a little bit, and that is it. Okay, now, here we are in what looks like a very, very interesting location. We are on a floodplain, as you can see here. This right here is a gigantic floodplain. One thing that actually surprised me when I jumped into the game, I didn't realize they did this, but they named a lot of the land features in the world now. It's all randomly generated. This right here is the Klara River. Yep, the Klara River, and we are on the Lul River, which is actually very, very cool. They've also named mountain ranges, volcanoes, deserts. It's very, very cool, and you can see them on the map here, which is very, very interesting. The game also looks a little different. I'm not sure if that's just me, but it looks interesting and much more detailed. But regardless, we're going to settle right here. This looks like a great city. We are at the estuary of a river and the connection of 2 other major rivers. We are in floodplains. Floodplains do flood, so we'll see what entails for that. But that should be interesting. All right, regardless, let's settle the city. There we are. The citizens of Stockholm adjust to their new home and keep a wary eye on the nearby river. Yep, so that means that we are in danger of this river itself. But it's going to be very, very interesting, I think. We're going to have a lot of food. Like, a crap load of food. This rice right here is going to give us immense quantities of food. We also have some stone, some silk, cattle, copper, some wheat up there. Oh my god. Oh, this flood... Wow. We have an overabundance of food. I don't even think we need all of this. It's too bad you can't actually sell extra basic resources. Right. In here, I think we're going to jump straight into astrology, just so we can get our first pantheon, because I think I definitely want to focus on the river goddess, just so we can really crank out our faith. We will grab a scout, and something that's actually been sorely missed again since Civilization 5, we have the production queue. That's right, the production queue makes its fantastic return, finally. And you can actually do a couple different things. Whoops. Oh, wait. You can... Okay, I'm not sure that's how that's supposed to work. But You can actually add as many things as you want in here, and it'll queue it all up perfectly like it did in Civilization 5. As well as you can actually add the districts. Districts work as well in here, so that should be fine. The multi-queue, I'm not entirely sure what this is. Oh, can you, if you had a second city, could you adjust them? Like, no, not really. I don't know. We'll have to see what that is once time progresses. But regardless, we have the queue, which is very, very nice. We will queue up the monument after the scout, and that'll be good. All right, let's move out this way. Okay, we have the Indel River right here with some gypsum. We are on the continent of Oceania, which is pretty cool. There's a lot of talking. I do apologize. It's been quite a long time now just sitting here doing nothing, but we're finally in the game, and, you know, things will pick up now. We will keep going this way. I'm hoping that we find a volcano that's kind of near... I thought that was a volcano. Oh, there it is! Yay! All right, perfect. I was going to say, I hope we find a volcano so we can actually see and settle near it and see it explode eventually, which is something that's actually very, very cool because the graphics alone for the volcano are fan-freaking-tastic. So this is the Alarps BR volcano. I'm not sure what decides the names, but this actually fits us, I think? BR? Sounds Scandinavian? I don't know. I really don't know. That could be anything. Alarps BR volcano. Very nice. And a storm peters out. A Category 5 hurricane named Eric. I didn't... the small details. Anybody that's seen my content before, you know that small details just, they really get to me. Right, so the Category 5 hurricane named Eric is now weaker, has made its final move across the map. During this turn, there were 0 tiles damaged and 0 population lost. 0 units killed, 0... Yeah. Okay. Oh. It's actually right over here. Alright, it is now weaker, but does that mean it's gone? I'm not entirely sure. Well, either way, this is the world climate menu. So you can monitor a couple different things. You can monitor CO2 levels, global temperature, the polar ice caps, and sea level, as well as the chance for certain forecasts to happen. So storms are 26% chance right now. That's just because of our setting that we chose, which is 4. River flooding 17, droughts 13, and volcanic activity 13. There is only one volatile in the world at the moment, and I'm not sure where that is. I can't actually click on it to see. I don't think it's ours. But then again, I don't know how to check. I think it would be like cracking or rumbling or something. I don't know. I think there would be like a graphical cue to tell us that that's actually active. But that's okay. Alright, so we've just expanded to the silk. Actually, let me just see. Whoops. Yeah, lock that in. That's fine. And you can just do whatever you want. We have a lot of food to work with. I'm not too worried about that. And...
أنا السلطان موسى سيد مالي وبحمد الله أنا رجل غني جدا جدا تشرفت بلقائكم.
Alright, so we've met the Mali, Mansa Musa of the Mali, which is actually a very, very interesting leader. Oh, the Lul River actually extends all the way back here. Wow, that is very long. Right, so we've gained a Eureka towards writing. So this scout's going to head north, I think. And perfect. There's a village up here. Wow, look at this. There are so many freaking floodplains. I don't even know how to... Oh my god. I don't even know what to do with all this food. Our civilization is literally in the breadbasket of the world. This is like the Euphrates right now. Like, it's insane. Even in my test games, I didn't find anything this vast. I saw, like, maybe 3 floodplains next to each other. This is continuing. Oh my god. Oh, that's nuts. So his capital is actually near the Alarps BR volcano, which means that anything he builds over here within 2 tiles or a chance of 2 tiles, can be destroyed on eruption. So we're going to have to monitor this area very, very carefully once this actually does go, because that'll be interesting to watch, you know, to see his empire or his city crumble because of this volcano. Oh no! Moderate flood. Alright, so there we go. We've already had a natural disaster happen, and it's only like turn 4 or 5. Alright, so the rising waters overflow the banks of the river and spill into the land beyond. Well, there goes all of our food. Alright, well, actually, we did gain some food. Yeah. Okay. Well, actually, it did create some fertile tiles. But now this entire area, the appeal has just dropped considerably. Yuck. I love the graphics for it, though. Look at this. This washout of debris and dirt and mud, and it's actually... small details, like I said, they're amazing. They're absolutely amazing. Now, luckily, we didn't have anything over here to be damaged, so it wasn't that big of a deal. But if you do have things developed, they can be destroyed. So you kind of have to watch out for settling on rivers, settling on the coast later on in the game, volcanoes, stuff like that. Okay, we'll grab that for a new population. Perfect. Let's go this way. I can turn off the yields. We have a lot of cattle over here. Would have been great for Australia. Let's go north. Okay. Villagers bring gifts. Yep. So we have, of course, the era score points as well that we have to watch out for. This was added in Rise and Fall, but it's still ever present. We need to get up to 12 to be in a normal age and 24 to be in a golden age.
It is not wisdom, but authority that makes a law.
Alright, so we have Code of Laws, which gives us our first government edicts, which we will grab God King for the extra faith early on, and probably Discipline. I know we don't see any barbarians, but it's probably good to get that prepared. Okay. Next civic will be... You know, we already know where his capital is. It's actually quite close. So let's go ahead and grab foreign trade, so we can actually start trading with him and gain some money. There's nothing in between us barbarian-wise, so we can easily come back and forth. Let's go over there. Okay. And up here. Oh, another village. Perfect. We will grab that. And another scout. Perfect. We'll go south. Oh, there's some pearls. Let me just double check here. Yeah, okay, let's turn on desert, mountain range labels. It's off by default, but yeah, here you can see the extent of what is labeled. Sadly, the oceans and lakes and stuff, they're not labeled. I don't know why, it's kind of like an oversight, but whatever, it's fine. We have, you know, deserts and mountain ranges and all that kind of cool stuff. We've gained a promotion on our scout, but we'll have to wait till next turn. Oh, the Sahara. Look at that. Let's go south again. Alright, there's not much down here. Alright, so let's actually move up, like... move there. And then let's grab our promotion, which will be to move faster on woods and rainforest. Okay, go down south. Hopefully we find a natural wonder. I mean, it's already too late to boost astrology, but... Still would be nice to actually know if there's one around here. Huh. There's a lot of plains. Okay, there's the coast. Please accept this simple gift of indigo cloth, Kikalebi tea, and 100 porters carrying sacks of gold dust. Nice.
A physician without a knowledge of astrology has no right to call himself a physician.
So I really do like those little historical kind of trade kind of goods, because the Mali were actually very, very much so in the gold trade early on. They had a lot of gold. Anyway, I'm getting off track. I'm not even playing the Mali. let's go into... we are on the coast. What do we need, actually? We could do with some mining. We could do with irrigation. Sailing would be nice as well. We can get the pearls, right? 1, 2. Yep, we can get pearls. Let's grab pottery first. Let's try to rush into writing real quick. And then after that, into mining. What we're also going to do... actually, how much does it cost to purchase a builder? 130? Okay, it's going to take a little bit longer on that. But once we can, we'll purchase a builder, and then we'll work on the food. Because we have a lot to actually work on. Alright, let's move out this way. Still not a lot out here. Alright, there's the molly. Let's let's move down here. Wow, really? Okay, guess we can't. Oh my god, this is going to be so slow. One turn at a time moving down here. Let's go there. Hey, okay.
Pachakutih inka yupankip chimpampika chkanki. Napaikuwaini kita inkapach yanapawaini kitapas. Chaskinkim.
Alright, so we've met Pachacuti of the Inca. Perfect. We will exchange information on the capitals. You are up here in Cusco. Oh, you actually have a geothermal fissure right outside your city. I mean, there's no mountains in sight. What is this? It's like a weird... Maybe that's just the fog of war. Yeah, okay. Let's go here. Ah, there is no... Oh. I see somebody. It looks like Hungary, maybe? I've received these gifts of alpaca wool and turquoise. I'm also sending you some kai? Eat it while it's hot. I'm not sure how you pronounce that. Thank you. Your delegation is most welcome. Alright, so we built the monument, which will give us some culture. Let's go ahead and work on... Well, we could build a builder. Oh, whoops. Yeah, that's fine. I did want to see, though, about holy sites. Yeah. The only benefits we have are down here. And actually, as you can see here, this was supposed to pop up when we were placing our initial city. But you can actually see the different disaster areas. Right, so the coastline right here is if sea levels change. This is the first to go. These are the second. And then if you see a 3 around here, this is the third area to be consumed by the sea. These are in flooding areas. And then, of course, down near the volcano, you can see the volcano radius. But yeah, I'm not sure the best location for this. I think, yeah, we'll put it here, I think. Yeah, we need it down. You know what? Let's... I thought you could drag these. I guess not. Alright, so the holy set's going to go first, then we'll build the builder. But I think that's going to do it for this episode. We didn't get much done, but we did explore the world around us, and I kind of went over some of the different things we have to look forward to in this game. And we had a flood, which is now gone, but we did have a flood over here. Now, I'm not entirely sure if the effects of flooding actually degrades, because this was affected by the flood, and it hasn't gone down. So I'm not... And this tile. So I'm not sure how that works exactly, but we will find out in time. Thank you all for watching, and definitely stay tuned for more.